So, you are a fresher, applying for your first job, but still struggling to make that professionally formatted resume because you think you don't have anything to add, or maybe you don't know what to add. Then don't worry anymore, because I am here to help you guys all today. Trust me, I've seen so many students, so many freshers from different colleges with zero work experience, zero internships, probably not much skills, but still submitting a fully loaded resume while applying for their first jobs, that too with correct formatting. So how's that possible? I'll tell you how. Because there are so many points that you are not even aware of that can be added in your CVs and can provide weightage to it. And even if you do aware of the points, you are not aware of the correct way to add them. So today, your host Ishita in this episode of Freshers GPT is on a mission to make your resumes in the next 5 minutes through this simple 7-step process. So stay with me till the end of the video, and before that, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also follow along the content. So, considering today's era, it's very normal and it's okay to use ChatGPT or AI to create the entire resume for you. But one thing you need to understand is that ChatGPT can't create your unique element, your unique value, which is going to make you stand out from all the others. Because at the end, ChatGPT is a tool, it's a machine, and it is going to create for you what it is creating for all the others, at least whosoever is using it in the job market. So definitely adapt yourself with the technology, take maximum advantage of it, but still don't forget to humanize your resumes. So what you can do is write down your resume, your pointers, your USP, your achievements in your language first, and then take use of ChatGPT or AI to kind of provide more structure to it and make it look more presentable for the ATS, for the recruiter, and for the hiring manager. And this will become a perfect amalgamation of your mind, your creativity, and the use of technology. So now, coming to your resume, step number 1, understand the structure of a resume. So a basic professional resume mainly includes these key sections: your professional summary, your education, your internships, your projects, your skills, and your contact information. So before starting your resume, one thing you need to understand is that a recruiter always reads your resume in the F pattern, which means that the recruiter will actually read only the first or 2 paras of your resume and then eventually just give up, and then he or she will just scroll down a bit, which means that you need to write your resume, create your impact in such a manner that it actually justifies in the F pattern. Now, the most important thing that you need to keep in mind, and this is something which most of the freshers do wrong, and that is not starting your resume with a professional summary. Okay, so let me put it this way. The worst way, trust me, the worst way you can start your resume with is starting with an objective statement, starting it directly with your education, or starting it directly with your work experience in case as a fresher if you have any. See, an objective statement basically tells what you are looking for. And trust me, the recruiter doesn't want to know what you are looking for. Rather, they want to know what you will be bringing to the table, which is going to perfectly fit in their job role. So you need to always start your resume with a professional summary, and your professional summary basically includes 3 to 4 sentences highlighting your skills that will sync with the job description. You also need to focus on your educational background, your projects, your achievements, your internships that are relevant to the desired role. Now what this will do is this will give the recruiter a perfect brief to you, even if in any case they plan to not go through the entire resume. Now I'm going to tell you all a secret hack that will create a strong professional summary for you in just a minute. Step 1, add your resume to ChatGPT. Step 2, paste your job description to it. Step 3, give this prompt: based on this job description and my attached resume, can you please write me a strong professional summary up to 3 to 4 sentences long to attach in my resume that syncs perfectly with the job role. And tada, your professional summary will be ready. Now the next comes your key skills section. Now this will include both your soft skills and your hard technical skills. But my personal suggestion here would be to add more of your hard technical skills and avoid soft skills like hardworking, problem solver, team player, etc. Why? Because who isn't hardworking? Who isn't a team player? Who isn't a problem solver? I mean, that's not something unique you are bringing to your resume or to the recruiter. So adding these skills won't make you stand out. And these are basically softer aspects of your personality which the interviewer will get to know about you during the interview process. And now talking about the hard skills, remember, please do remember to always align and sync them with every job description, with every job role you are applying for. So every time you apply for a different job role, you need to pick those keywords from every job description, from every job requirement, and sprinkle it all over your CVs so that it can pass through the ATS and the recruiter and reach till the hiring manager. Now the next thing comes is your internships. So remember to include the organization name, your duration, and what you have contributed or learned during that duration. And you need to always write your contributions in bullet points. Start your bullet points with action verbs, and you need to use metrics to justify your impact and contribution during that duration. And use the XYZ method to write your bullet points. Here's an example. And the next comes your education. Now, I've heard a lot of confusion regarding whether you should put your education on your resume or not. So let's clear it out for once and for all. So if you're a fresher, don't think twice. 100% put your education on your resume. In fact, if you're a fresher and you don't have any work experience or any internships to put on your resume, then keep your education at the top just before your professional summary. And if you're someone who's had a decent experience for a decent period of time, then after your profile summary, your key skill section, you need to put your work experience first and then the education. But again, if you're a fresher, the education comes first, in case you don't have any experience. So mention your degree, your university, year of completion, along with your CGPA. So next comes your academic achievements or your projects. So in this, you can highlight any notable academic successes or major projects or any summer training that you have taken. Remember to write them as well in bullet points. Here's an example. Now the last comes is your extracurricular activities. Now if you have done or participated in any activities during your college time which showcased your leadership or your volunteering power, then you can mention that all here in this section. And even if you have participated in any clubs, even that can be mentioned in this segment. Now another important thing that comes in your structure is your contact information, which should actually be at the top or just below or in parallel to your name. Now for your contact information, you need to add your phone number, your email and your LinkedIn profile. Remember to avoid mentioning any of your irrelevant personal information. Trust me, none of the recruiters is interested in knowing about your personal life. Now we come to step number 2, which is basically formatting your resume. Now understand, formatting can either make or break your resume. So you need to follow these very simple rules. Number 1, keep it simple. Use black text on a white sheet with standard fonts like Arial, Calibri or Times New Roman. Avoid fancy designs like tables, charts, graphs, pictures, icons. Trust me, they are a major turn-off for most of the recruiters. Number 2, one page only. So you need to keep your resume crisp, concise and limited to just one page. Remember, the ATS scans only the first page of your resume. And plus, a 2-page resume is only recommended to those who have had a 5-year plus experience. And obviously, if you are a fresher, obviously the things that need to be added on your resume is going to be limited. So you need to concise all of that in just one page. Number 3 is maintain consistency. So you need to stick to just one format for your dates, fonts and your alignment, and don't just keep changing in between, because this gives a very cluttered and a very unorganized look to your resume. For example, if you're writing the date like this in one section, don't write it like this elsewhere. And now we come to the step number 4, which is avoid mistakes. And listen to me carefully here. No grammatical mistakes. I'll say that again, no grammatical mistakes. Even if there's one single typo, one single error or any grammatical error in your resume will get left swiped in just 1 second. Now see, I'm not saying that you can't make mistakes. Obviously, we are humans. It's very normal for us to make these grammatical mistakes or any errors. But one precaution you can take here is that once you have written down your resume, your pointers, and you've done your structure and your formatting, the last thing you can do is go to tools like ChatGPT or Resume Worded or even in fact Grammarly. That will help and detect if there are any typos in your resume so that it is fully ready before going to the ATS or the recruiter. And it saves you a lot of trouble as well. And the next is quantifying your achievements. And I've said this before, that include numbers for impact. Now, a good example can be increased website traffic by 15% through SEO optimization. A better example would be superheaded a website redesign that boosted traffic by 15%, enhancing user engagement. Now, step number 5 is again something that I've been telling you all on a loop, and I can say that 100 more times, is tailoring your resume to every job description. So for this, you can do is whenever you're applying for a new job, read the job description carefully, pick the keywords from it and sprinkle it all over your CV. For example, if the job description mentions keywords like SEO optimization or data analysis, include those keywords, specifically those keywords in your profile summary, in your key skills section, in your previous internships, and you'll be good to go. Now, step number 6 is using ATS optimized templates that will ensure that your resume passes at least the initial screening before it reaches anywhere closer to the hiring manager. Now, how to get an ATS-friendly template? So for that, you need to check out my description because I have attached a free link to an ATS-friendly resume template. So make the most use of it. Now, step number 7, some final tips for freshers. Number 1, highlight your transferable skills. Now, if you lack experience, focus on skills which you have gained through academics, projects, or any volunteer work, because these are a few skills which will be relevant in almost every job role you apply for. Number 2 is proofread. Now, there are many AI tools that you can use to check that if there are any mistakes in your resume. Number 3 is updating regularly. Now, this can be the most consistent thing you can do and you need to do, is that you need to keep refining and keep updating your resume as you gain experience. Because if you're going to submit the same resume, a fresh resume to every job role, even in case you have developed any skills or any experience or any internship, obviously the recruiter is going to judge you only as per the experience that has been mentioned in your resume. So it's very important to keep updating your resume, your skills, your internships, your work experience, so that you land better opportunities. And that's it, freshers. Your resume is completed and good to go in the job market. So creating a resume is not a very complicated process. It's actually very simple if you follow these simple rules, which is basically using ATS-friendly templates, using ChatGPT to provide structure, but still writing your own unique element by yourself, keeping your resume concise, crisp, and tailoring it as per every job description. That's it. You'll be good to go. And if you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments, put a thumbs up, and do let me what are other topics that you want me to cover in the next videos. Till then, stay tuned. Bye.